All right, so I'm going to try and do a different algorithm technique for YouTube, try and get more views and monetize. I'm going to stick to 2 coins per video and post multiple videos. I'd appreciate if you guys watch them all. If not, that's fine. I will just try and see how this algorithm works. So let's get into it. The first one we're going to be doing in more detail is XCN. So XCN, I believe, is filling out inverse head and shoulders. We could see this not play out and we could move lower, but I believe we have some strong support on this 0.0143 area. With that, we could see that retrace. If we're going from the bottom to the high of this, we're taking it from here and up to the top. And if you look at it right on this red line, we are actually seeing that it is at the 0.618 on the Fibonacci retracement, which is typically where we see a bunch of changing or sell-offs or buying pressure. So with that, we are still in this downward wedge. We did not break and hold above that. We tried a second time right here and got rejected. And then with Bitcoin's bearish candle, it pushed the entire market down. So we do want to see some strong support right here on these red lines around 0.018. When you look at it from a different angle, you can start from this bottom point right here, move the line across. Essentially, we want to stay over that line so we can create a higher low. Even if you move that line upwards a bit towards the bottom of this, it looks worse, but you want to keep it at the bottom of that wick. Give you a little bit more space to breathe. But overall, I think XCN has some major potential. When you're looking at the daily and you're zooming way out, get rid of everything. We are at the very base of what this potentially could be. On Coinbase, it does not show it exactly, but if you go to, say, crypto, this is more of an example of what we are looking at. So the all-time high around 18 cents, and we had that push up. If you want, you could even draw something like this all the way down, and that would be the major resistance that we need to get past. We want some consolidation. We want to stay above that 200 EMA on the daily. And we kind of want to see this play out with the inverse head and shoulders, pushing back up, testing this downward trend line. May get a little bit of rejection, but overall the 200 EMA will start curving upward, causing support. And with that support, we can see that start pushing back up towards the 18-cent mark. We may have a little bit of rejection right around here, as you see back on September 22nd or so. It was around 0.78 cents. But then from that area, that rejection was about 23%. So you can expect a little bit of rejection once we do break this downward trend line. However, we could just go astronomically parabolic and shoot up. I believe this is going to hit the all-time high of 18 cents, if not double that at the minimum. And currently being at 0.018 cents, that is massive potential for 10x your money. I have put a bunch of money into XCN. I made these plays back here when we were going up around 250%, when everybody's investing in XRP, trying to get that, maybe 4x. That happened somewhere around this area. However, we made 250% here, I think around 125 to 200% in this pump, and then we waited for that consolidation and the breaking of a downward trend line. And we had that entry right around here as well, and gained astronomical over 2,000% on that play. So I'm a high believer in XCN. I believe there's a lot of potential in it, and that's kind of what I'm going with. We can have that little bit of rejection, but overall, I think XCN is going to be bullish in the long run. That's it for this video. I will be posting a few more on some other coins. I always recommend MEXC for the trading platform as the lowest fees. There's a reference link below. Same with Grass if you want free airdrop money, or Coinbase. I will see you guys in a few minutes on the next one.